Hello, viewers. Welcome to the show Deep for Deep. I'm your host, Linda Lively, and we will be talking about moms and dads at 20s. I have a guest. She's an amazing woman, teacher. She's so many things. She will tell you all about that in a few. Karibu sana, looking good in red. So from what you've told me, it's so evident you did not want to become a mother at that young age. Didn't you think of probably taking precautions, maybe using protection or even abstaining, from sex?
Hey, lively. Hapo unanikaanga. Anyway, so as a young person, sometimes there's so many imperfections, and I've come to learn as you grow up, there are so many things. You know they're wrong, but then you still want to do them. So let me say, I tried as much as I could to really avoid all that you're saying. Yeah, but at one time I find myself taking some wine. And then I believe that's the time it happened, and I didn't really know until you're like, you've missed your periods. Yeah.
Okay. After finding out you were pregnant, did you break the news to your boyfriend? The one who got you pregnant. And if you did, what was his reaction?
Oh, there you go. Okay. Huh? These are news that you just hold yourself and are like, oh my God, what will happen if I tell this guy I'm pregnant? You've heard of stories, girls tell their boyfriends, I'm pregnant, and the guy disappears. So I was like, I have to tell him anyway. But when I told him, at first he was happy. But as any other young man, maybe, I don't know if others do that, he felt he was confused of what we should do, because at that time we are broke. We are just students. We are broke completely. Where we come from, you cannot even imagine telling your mom and dad that you're expectant. Yeah. So it was something that was so confusing to us. Yeah.
So what happened after? You told him the news. He was happy at first, and then akagwa confused in the process. What happened after that?
Okay, after we are a little bit confused about what to do, but for me, I really knew what I wanted. So I just sat down and thought. I really thought about it, and then I told God, now that it has happened, I just need to keep the baby. And actually, I remember dreaming about the baby and seeing his face. And actually, he came just as he is. And I just told God, you need to help me. So for not everyone who is strong enough to take some news, but for me, I know I'm the strongest person ever. I can take anything. I can get back to any heartbreak. And so this guy, he was a little bit confused from even his peers, and I could see he's not made up completely. So what happened is that we just had some disagreements now and then. After some few months, maybe when I was about 6 months, I just had to first go to my brother's place, and then because I really feared to go home. I had not yet told my dad. Okay, I'm talking about my dad because I don't even know what would have happened. At least for mom, I know she is a soft-hearted, but I couldn't imagine how my dad kept on telling me that, hey, my daughter, I know you're going to make me proud. he would always follow me up, like, where are you? Uko library? Unaona? So I couldn't imagine going back home, like, and tell them I'm expectant. So first of all, I went to my brother's place, feeling so depressed, feeling so lonely, so down, but at the end of it all, home is always the best. So that's when I decided to just humble myself and go tell my parents whatever was happening. Yeah.
So after telling the guy, he was not, from what you have told us, ni kama he was not so much into it. So tuseme tu ni kama alihepa. Like he was not ready for responsibilities. And then ulikuwa unaogopa the disappointment, like from your dad. Like you really wanted to make your dad proud, but now you are pregnant, haujui venye utamu approach, unaogopa. And that's why you opted to go to your brother's place first before you go to your parents and break the news. So after kukaa kwa your brother, eventually you went to your home, right? And you broke the news to them. What happened when you broke the news? What happened? What was your parents' reaction?
Honestly, okay, for my mom, she was okay. It was a shock to her, yes. Having known me as a person who was a bit careful with life, but as the best mom ever, she just comforted me and told me it's okay. It's okay. You just have to be strong. For my dad, we stayed for some time without talking, actually, until the baby came. But he's also a good person, so he a little bit gave me some support, because most of the time would be left with him at home when my mom went to still she was teaching. So let me say the parents, the good thing is that they accepted what was happening and they tried to support me, although I stayed most of the time just quiet and silent. I never wanted to talk so much. Somehow I think I was getting depressed, because as in that was not my dream. But I thank God, because I was able to accept and now try to think about what do I do with my life. Yeah.
Okay. You've said your dad did not talk to you until when the baby was born. Can you tell us about all that? How did it feel like, your dad not talking to you, na mnakaa place moja, and probably, I'm trying to imagine myself as a parent. Like, unajua mothers are soft-hearted, si kama fathers. Fathers wanakuanga wakali sana. And they don't like disappointment at all. Na utapata sometimes when you tell them some things, wanakuwa wakali, wanakunyamazia, wanakuangalia vibaya, and sometimes they can even slap you because of, the anger. Did it get to that point?
Let me say, yes, my dad is strict, but he's cool. I think he wouldn't talk too much about it, because at first, if I also felt embarrassed, then why couldn't he feel the same? So I can't really blame him. And being a man and knowing that men don't talk much, it's just watching. And because most of the time I used to close myself in my bedroom, or if I had to go to the table room, it's when no one was around. So I can't really blame him so much. And of course, as a parent, I felt I had let him down, because he had sacrificed, actually. I'm the only kid in my home who was lucky enough to go to a boarding school. And I felt that I had failed him. So it didn't really depress me, because I felt that he had the right to really feel that bad about the pregnancy. Although later he was my greatest supporter up to now. And he really goes so well with my son. So I really can't blame him as a parent. Maybe he would if you're a man, maybe you would also get confused about that. Yeah.
Okay, so you got pregnant when you were in fourth year, right? Huko umemaliza shule. So did you take a break from school? Kwanza ndo uende udelive and then after that you urudi umalizie ama you ulimultitask?
Actually, when I knew about my pregnancy, I was in my final year. I was doing my last units. Then finally, I would go for a teaching practice. So I was lucky enough, and actually, I normally thank God so much because at that time I was pregnant. I was actually on my final semester. So it didn't really affect me so much. But now I went for teaching practice, being expectant. And lucky enough, my supervisor was also expectant.
Thank you so much, viewers, for watching. I would like you to help us out by liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting the notification button. Thank you.